Let's get some post-match reaction from their head coach. Here's Antonio Conte.
Antonio, you could have gone second tonight. Does it feel like a missed chance?
Missed chance. I think the game at the end United the same. At the end United deserved to win, and they played a really good game. In this type of game, when the level go to be high, we need to improve a lot. We need to improve a lot, and to try to be better than today. Yeah.
You can't do too much about a deflection, the nature of the first goal. That was always going to be important, wasn't it? Who got that first goal, that first breakthrough?
Yeah, the first goal was a deflection, but at the end I have to be honest and to tell you that United played better than us, and they created more chances than us, and we. I think into the pitch we put will, but we have to know that this level we have to try to improve, to be better, because the level showed that they are much better than us today. They showed that they are much better than us today.
Did that performance surprise you tonight then from Tottenham? Was it poorer than you expected?
A really good team, and you know very well a really good team, and you know very well the potentiality of this club, also in this what money they can spend. For sure, we are talking about two different levels, but at the same time, I think in this type of game we can do much better, because we are struggling. And we struggle against Chelsea, we struggle against Arsenal, we struggle.
Who are going to bridge that gap? Who are going to be better against the better teams? Who are going to bridge that gap? Who are going to be better against the better teams for the rest of the season? To ensure that you can compete at the highest level of the Premier League?
We have to try to improve, and there is only the work to try to improve. I repeat, especially in this type of game, when the atmosphere is there is a lot of noise, and Old Trafford is an important pitch. United is an important team. I think we can improve. We can improve in this type of game and try to increase our level if we want to try to be competitive.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
A very good win against a very good side. How do you feel?
Against a solid and a magnificent Tottenham Hotspur, we have played the performance very well.
Okay, compared to the last game against Newcastle United, a huge progress achieved tonight. What did you change, and how do you feel the difference today?
Yeah, our games are not always going like this. We know that, and but it's always not easy as well. And also, when you don't play that well, like Sunday, you still have to win. And we could have won Sunday because we create chances in the end to win that game, but we didn't. And today it was a brilliant performance, and we scored 2 goals. But I think even we should have scored 3 or 4 goals.
You played against a very good, fast attacking team tonight. Are you happy with your defense on the way that they play today?
I'm happy. Same as Sunday. The way we defend, because Sunday we had as well a clean sheet. And you see how proactive, a clean sheet. And you see how proactive we're playing. We, from a good defending organization, we race for the opponent. But the same as on Sunday. Also Sunday we didn't concede a goal, but also we didn't concede chances out open play. And this team, that is a base to win games, and that is a win to get in the end positions where you want to be.
There was quite contrasting emotions to the last match week when they registered 23 points from the first 10 games, their best ever Premier League start. So a missed opportunity. Should they have won today, they would have moved, of course, onto 26 points, which would have been just a point off Arsenal. The 26 points, which would have been just a point off Arsenal, the leaders, and superseding Manchester City, the top two not playing this week, will be of particular frustrating nature for Antonio Conte. Where was the momentum going into this game? Did you see that at all?
Well, before the game, they had it, but as Antonio Conte mentioned then, against the big teams, they've fallen a little bit short recently. Some money to catch the big boys. We beat everybody that we're expected to beat, but against the big teams, then we're possibly not good enough.
Does he do that quite a bit?
Yeah, he does, but I don't really buy it. I think that Tottenham have got some really good players that other teams would die for. You know, the likes of Son and Kane. I mean, name a better attack. You know, name a better pairing in the league. It's really good, and they've got some other great players around in the league. It's really good, and they've got some other great players around them. And the goalkeeper's been exceptional today, but they've got some other good players as well. So, with a lot of belief, I think they set up quite negatively and like hitting teams on the counter attack. And as I say, I think with a bit more belief, they could perform better than they are doing.
Is he being defeatist, Conte?
Well, you could argue he's been a realist on some levels, because, look, I'm with Mo, they got some really good players, but they probably only have three that get in any other of the big teams. Kane, Son and Romero. The rest of them, nobody else is getting in any of the top teams. So I agree, I think he does do it a lot, but I think he does need money to get into that bigger bracket. So he does play this type of football. Mo's right. This is how he plays. He plays on the counter-attack. And, you know, he does play this type of football. Mo's right. This is how he plays. He plays on the counter-attack. And you know what? The only reason they're in the Champions League is because of this guy. When he took over, they were ninth. They were a mess. Honestly, they were a disaster. They might not be the best watch. And to get to the next level, I think he probably's right. They probably need a better bench, better squad, more players of that. You look at what City and Liverpool and United have. You know, look at Ronaldo didn't even get off the bench today. So I agree with Mo. I think they could be more expansive. I think today he played another midfield player with Basuma. Obviously no. I think today he played another midfield player with Basuma. Obviously no Kulusevski. And Richarlison was injured. So
would they have been more effective in a 3-4-3?
Well, the thing is, they need Kulusevski. That's what they need, because Kane and Son barely had a kick in the game, and that's credit to Varane and Martinez. But look, Conte's had huge success. He's won at Juventus, Chelsea. Everywhere he's been, he's huge success. He's won at Juventus, Chelsea. Everywhere he's been, he's won. So this works for him. But the problem is, in our league, in this league, Liverpool and City. So something feels like we'll have to give at some point, and I think the only thing that's going to keep Conte here is if they invest in him.
OK, well, a little earlier, both Michael and Owen thought that was arguably United's best performance of the season, but what did their head coach think? Here's Erik ten Hag.
Congratulations, Eric.
A certain tempo, a relentlessness about United today. Was that more like it from them?
I think that's what we all envisioned when he came in. Obviously, the success he had at Ajax, we mentioned before. If he calls that brilliant, he's right. You know, that was a dominant performance against. And I think for the players, we've been in dressing rooms where you have moments in the season where you go. We've been in dressing rooms where you have moments in the season where you go, we can be a good team and we can be even a lot better. And that was, I think, was a statement win for them, Mo.
Yeah, and you can tell he's really pleased with to any team that's going to be successful. He's tinkered with that. He's brought players in. And really, when you think about it, I can't really remember David De Gea making any saves today. There was one off Kane that he blocked, but it was offside anyway. But in general, it was a very clean and tidy performance.
Away from the result, now this was interesting. Cristiano Ronaldo sat throughout the contest on the bench, of course. This was after 89 minutes. Now, United still could have made two more substitutions.
Not great. It's not great, is it? If there's more substitutions that were allowed, obviously, then it's not very professional. And I can understand his frustration. I've sat here and spoken about him many times. You know, it must be so difficult when you're of his standing.